everyone, Cassie here. I'm one of the leaders of the Game Designer Institutes offered by the Leatherstocking Writing Project. This video is going to show you how to register on and access Gamestar Mechanic, which is the program that we're going to be using over this next week to design our games. So I'm going to switch over to my monitor here and I'll show you what to do. So first things first, you're going to want to open up a web browser. I recommend using Google Chrome for this. It works the best. And it's what I found has the least amount of issues. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Gamestar Mechanic. You can find it at gamestarmechanic.com. And this is what the page looks like. Now, we haven't registered yet, and I'm going to give you a special registration link that you can use to register for our group. And that'll unlock extra things for you. So you're going to go to gamestarmechanic.com/join/capital L, capital W, capital P, game design/free. And we'll send this link out in an email to your parents so you don't have to type it directly. So we're going to go there. And you should see a page that looks like this that says Join Class. And you should be joining the Leatherstocking Writing Project Game Design Institute. Now, we don't have a Gamestar Mechanic account yet. So we're going to go ahead and say that I'm authorized to join this class and hit the register button. Now, the first thing we need to do is pick a username. This can be whatever you would like. However, there are a few rules. Try not to use your real name, your first or last name. You don't want that out publicly. And make it something appropriate. I'm going to fill in some information here, and then I'll show you what the next screen looks like. So once you hit the register button on the previous page, you're going to choose some security settings. Now, this is useful for if you ever forget your password, you just choose the same options, and then you can recover your password and recover your account. Once you've chose your favorite things, you can hit done, and your account will be registered. So now, anytime you go to gamestarmechanic.com, you can log into your account. I'm going to go ahead and log into my account, and I'll show you how Gamestar Mechanic works. So once you've logged in, this is what Gamestar Mechanic looks like. It gives you a news feed, some messages, and it tells you about some of your progress. Now keep in mind, I've had this account for a long time. It's a teacher account, so it might look a little different for you, but the basic layout will be the same. So the first thing I want to show you is the quest. We're going to go ahead and click on it, and you'll probably see this error message, especially if you're using Google Chrome. You have to tell Google Chrome that it's okay for Gamestar Mechanic to run Flash Player. The way that you do that is you go to the top left here where it says Not Secure, and you should see a little puzzle piece with an X on it and Flash next to it. It's going to block it. You want to hit Allow, and then you'll have to reload the page. And now you'll be able to access Gamestar Mechanic. So the quest is where you run through the different episodes of Gamestar Mechanic, where you progress the story and where you unlock new sprites to use in your own games. So if you hit the play button here, you can choose which episode to participate in, like episode 1 is right here, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you can start on your quest. There's always an introduction to the quest, which is this cool comic that you can click through and find out the story of Gamestar Mechanic. Once you've finished playing through the comic and reading it, there will be some missions. Now, these might be games that you can play, they might be tutorials, and they might also be games that are broken that you have to fix. It'll change depending on whatever episode you're doing. But you have to complete all of these story missions in order to progress to the next episode. Some of the episodes will have bonus missions. Now, you don't have to do these, and they can be a little hard. But if you do complete them, you'll unlock more sprites to use in your game. So I really do recommend giving them a shot and trying to beat them if you can. The next section I want to show you of Gamestar Mechanic is the workshop, which you get to with this button right here. This is where you can create and design your games. Now, by playing the episodes, you'll get familiar with this interface. But there's a big button here that says make a new game. And you can start working on it by just taking things from the sprite panel over here and dragging them in. Again, you'll get more familiar with this as you play Gamestar Mechanic, but this is how you build games, so you'll be spending a lot of time here in the workshop. Now, always make sure that you save your games. This will save it as a draft, and that way you can go back and edit it later if you didn't finish today. You can also go in and play your game once you've got some basic stuff in there. Now, in order to publish your game so that everybody else can play it, you're going to need to be able to finish the game, because otherwise you're not going to put an incomplete game up for everybody to play because they'll just get angry. But once you've successfully completed your game, and once you've played through enough episodes of Gamestar Mechanic, you'll be able to publish your game to the Game Alley, which I'm going to show you next. Here in the Game Alley, you can play games from everyone who's ever used Gamestar Mechanic that they've published to the store. You can have a lot of fun here, and it's a great place to look to for inspiration if you're not sure what kind of game you want to make, or you're not sure how to do something. You can play games made by other people and see what they've come up with and get inspiration from them. So let's say I want to play this game, 3 Second Run the Second by Potato Bar 123. I can play through it in here, I can leave them a review, and I can read the reviews that other people have left. We'll talk more about reviewing games published by other people later on, but if there's a comment that you're going to leave, make sure it's kind and make sure it's respectful. So these are the basics of Gamestar Mechanic. You'll get more accustomed to it as you play through the quest, and we'll introduce all the functionality as we play through this week. If you ever have any questions or you're stuck on something, message me in the Discord server and I'll swoop in to help you out. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to working with you this week.